Hello, and welcome back to the world of Black Desert Online. I am your host, the Dark Side, and today we are located in Toscani Farm, which is just southwest of Vela. We're over here in this area because we are going to tame a horse. At this point in the game, I would hope that you're probably level 15 to level 20, and that's the reason why you're searching out a video such as this one. You, at this point, should have met the Heidel stable keeper who has put you on your path in order to breed and tame horses. He is probably giving you the quest in order to create lumps of sugar which are needed in the process of taming horses. You'll also notice inside the stable master's inventory that he has the ability to sell you capture rope. He also is selling carrots. He sells quite a few things along with registration for horses and so forth, wagons and the things like that that you're going to need. Now, if you do want to actually get into the breeding and taming of horses, then I would highly suggest you pick up at least 10 of those capturing ropes. And if you notice, they are quite expensive, 1,500 per rope. That means you're going to need about 15,000 silver if you want to actually tame a horse. But it's an investment that you can choose to make. So the easiest way is to come over here to Toscani Farm. This is going to probably be one of the easiest places that you'll find. I've found that it's not actually harvested as much as some of the other spots. So once you come over to Toscani Farm, there's going to be this wide open field just to the right of it, just east of it. And what you want to do in preparation for coming over here is make these lumps of sugar. So the reason why I come to Toscani Farm is because if you run out of lumps of sugar for some odd reason while you're farming these horses, then you can come right over to the node managers and the shop merchant over here, the lady, and you can talk to her, and she has the ingredients so that way you can craft these items. You can craft them anywhere by simply going to processing. That's the L key on your keyboard unless you've changed it. You open up the window and you're going to choose heating. Once you choose heating, you're going to add 10 raw sugar and 1 mineral water in order to get your lumps of raw sugar. I would highly suggest that in order to capture a horse, you have at least 5 lumps of sugar. At least 5. Once you've actually accomplished that, go into the field, look for a horse. It's that simple. Once you find the horse, this is where things get a little tricky. You have those capturing ropes and those lumps of sugar. Make sure you hotkey them to your bar, because you do not want to try to do this while they're in your inventory. I guarantee you'll probably never catch the rope. If you had, put a video, I would love to see it. Once they're hotkeyed, you're going to begin the first mini game, which can be a little bit difficult. I left these failures in here for a reason. If you notice, I'm going to fail this attempt right here. Even though I'm struggling with the horse and I win, I still fail. I'm not sure why that happens, but I do. Once you press the left trigger and you've actually captured the horse, you've got that in the bar, you're going to want to start pulling. Now, the reason why I believe I failed this is because you notice there's that bush right in front of me. For some reason, the game does seem to take that into consideration. With all the other things that it takes into consideration, I'm not particularly surprised. As you can see, I've made quite a few mistakes here with just the capturing rope. I waste probably about 4 of them before I actually hook onto the horse, capture him, and actually make a successful attempt. So that's why I said take at least 10 ropes with you if you want to do this. Now, I am hunting down a tier 1 horse right here, and it's kind of weird because, you know what, it's probably not worth it that I use that many ropes in order to get a tier 1 horse. I believe you can purchase a tier 1 horse for about 15 grand. So it's entirely up to you how you look at this. Now, there's different ways to tell what kind of horse you are, but pretty much the rule of thumb is that if you have a horse that is patterned, meaning it has some kind of brindling coat on it or something like that, spotted coats or whatever, they're probably going to be higher tiers. You can only get tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. So, in the wild. So once you do this, you're going to actually hit that mouse button, so that the left trigger, so that way you can actually capture the horse. Once you've actually got the horse, it's going to begin another mini game. You're going to have a tug of war with the horse. Do not begin tug of war until you actually see the horse rear up. If you begin tug of war before the horse rears up, you're going to lose, and the rope is going to snap. Once the tug of war is won, you want to start walking forward with on the horse. Go towards him. Press the W key. tug of war will begin again. You are going to press spacebar repeatedly, and then walk forward. This will probably happen on occasion 2 or 3 times, right? And now I want you to stand inside a field and watch people try to catch horses if you have the time. And you will notice a lot of people will only feed their horse 1 lump of sugar, and then they will try to mount it. And immediately the horse will kick them in the face. You do not want to feed the horse 1 lump of sugar before you try to mount it. At the very minimum, give that horse at least 3 lumps of sugar, so that way he is sweet on you. All right, I would suggest I'm gonna give him 5 sugars no matter what. I don't give a damn. I will get, they're not very costly anyways. So give the horse his sugar. Once you've given it about 3 to 5 sugars, then you can attempt to mount it. Once you attempt to mount, all it is there is a smooth process of riding the horse back to the stable in the nearest city and registering that horse. So keep in mind that right now I can tell that this is a tier 1 horse because of his coat pattern. If you have a hard time identifying it, I would suggest going to a stable, looking at one of the clocked in horses and so forth that they have for the parents change coupons, and that will give you an idea of the different tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 horses. Once you make it back to your nearest city for your stable manager, all you have to do at that point is register the horse with the stable master. Now, I was a little apprehensive about jumping off the horse because I thought, well, maybe the horse is just going to run away the moment I jump off it because it's not registered to me. But don't worry about that. The horse is sweet on you. You've given it enough sugar, so that way it's like, yo, I want some more of that shit, right? So take it to the stable master, register it, give it a name, whatever you need to do, and that's it. It's pretty much as simple as that. You've got literally nothing else to do. The one other thing worth mentioning is that if you go to any area that actually has horses inside of them where you can actually tame these wild horses, you want to watch and see who else is in the area doing things, who else in the area taming the horses. If there are multiple individuals in the area taming horses and they've already tamed probably about anywhere from 2 to 3 horses in that area, you're probably going to want to leave and come back at another time. If horses are being tamed in an area and you see that multiple people have already gained a horse, it's going to take at least 2 hours for the horses to respawn in that area. So it's entirely up to you whether you choose to wait for that horse or not. I'm not sure what the number of horses that you could have in any one given stable, but I don't suppose that people are going to have multiple horses in just one given stable. So keep that in mind. I plan on going to farm some more horses, so that way I can hook them onto some wagons, so that way I can farm inside the area, and we'll see where that goes. But just make sure that you're aware of the area that you are farming in. I would suggest Calpheon is, at least from my research, Calpheon seems to have the better horses, or at least the better, the higher tier horses. But don't just waste rope and waste lumps of sugar and waste your time by just trying to go for a level tier 1 horse unless you really care. After that, it becomes breeding. So if you want higher tier horses, I have a tier 5 horse for my Conquerors package. But if you want higher level horses, then you're gonna have to breed 2 equal tier horses in order to get to the next level tier. That's the way it works. All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope this helped you guys in your pursuit of taming horses. Until next time, have fun.